They lie to you. You can start investing with any amount of money. And that's because we have something called, a lot of us women don't know this, but there's a difference between managing your money and building wealth. When you focus on strategies like budgeting and saving all your money in the bank, what you're doing is managing your money, which is a good foundation for your financial health. However, building wealth requires a little more than that. If you want to become wealthy, there are many ways to do it, and we're going to talk about them later in the video, but trust me, girl, stacking up money in the bank is not one of them. Hi, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hello. I'm Vanessa, a certified financial educator, and on this channel, we talk all things earning more and building wealth. And today, honey, we have a really important thing to talk about. In today's video, I'm gonna open your eyes by telling you why you shouldn't keep your money in the bank. And then later in the video, I'm gonna tell you what to do instead if you want to turn your $100 into $100,000. But before we get into it, please go ahead and hit the like button so that this video can go out to more women and help them become financially empowered. Number one, what actually happens when you keep your money in the bank? If you think the bank just keeps your money in a safe little box ready for you to come pick up whenever you want to, honey, you're mistaken. The bank puts your money to work for them. Let me explain. If you have a friend called Kimberly who wants to purchase a home and the home costs $100,000 and she has a 20% down payment of $20,000, guess what? She will go to the bank to get a loan, and the bank will take some of your money, some of my money, some of cousin Raymond's money, and give it to Kimberly. And then they would make money on top of our money through interest. But here's where it gets a little funky. The interest rates that they would charge Kimberly on her loan is very different from the interest rates that they will pay out to us, the people who've deposited our money in the bank. So basically, our money will be doing nothing for us, but doing everything for the bank. And while you might think it's worth it because your money not doing anything also means your money is not taking any risks, honey, let me tell you something. Your money is taking a risk, and that risk is called inflation. Yes, girl. Inflation went up to about 6% in 2021. Now, when you hear the word inflation, what it simply means is that the prices of goods and services have gone up. So imagine if you have $1,000 in the bank and you're going to sleep thinking, oh my gosh, I can buy 5 things that cost $200 each. Now, because of inflation, those 5 things that would have cost you $1,000 now cost $1,500 because each of them is now $300. But still, you have only $1,000 in the bank. Aren't you losing money? You are, because the whole point of money is to be able to buy things. And if everything gets more expensive, but your money doesn't actually go up, then you're losing money. But what's the real meaning of this? Does it mean we should never keep money in the bank at all? There are 3 buckets of money that I would recommend that you keep in the bank. 1 is your emergency fund. 2, we have sinking funds, and 3 is your operating capital. First of all, what is an emergency fund? An emergency fund is an amount of money that you set aside to cover unforeseen circumstances. As a rule of thumb, it's usually good to start with at least 3 months of your living expenses. Sinking funds are savings that you plan to spend on specific things in the near future. So for example, if babe pops the question and you both have to plan a wedding, you're probably going to need to set some money aside to pay for the wedding. And 3, we have your operating capital. This is money that you use for your day-to-day living, for your rent, your phone bill, and other things that you need to survive. Now, of course, there are great systems for allocating and budgeting your money. And if you want me to make another video about that, then let me know in the comment section. I'm literally making the content that you need. Now, beyond these 3 things, which are good reasons to keep your money in the bank, your money should be working for you, girl. So let's talk about how you can turn 1 bag into 100 bags. Now, I promised you in a previous video that I was going to talk more about investing on the channel because more of us need to start doing it. And that's the way you put your money to work. There are 3 beginner investing strategies that I used when I first started investing, and there's no reason why I would know this and keep it to myself. I literally want all of us women in this community to win. And investing is an important piece, if not the most important piece of the wealth building puzzle. I first started investing through index funds. And if you have no idea what an index fund is, I got you, boo. When you invest in the stock market, one of the things you have to consider is diversification. And what that simply means is that you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. For example, you don't want all your money invested in stocks related to tech or all your money invested in stocks related to travel. Because look at what happened in 2020, for example. A lot of restaurants and hotels and airlines suffered a lot because of what happened in the world. Now, just imagine if all your investments were in stocks that were related to the hospitality industry. What would happen? You would lose all of your money. But think about it. The same thing that happened in 2020 that caused the hospitality industry to go down is what caused the tech, streaming, and social media industries to go up. Now, that's exactly the reason why we want to be diversified. You want to make sure that you have enough variety in your portfolio to reduce your risk. And what that's called in the finance world is hedging. Now, chances are you're no professional investor. If you just started investing, you definitely do not know which stocks are good, which bonds are good, which assets are good to add to your portfolio, and that's where index funds come in. Now take the S&P 500 for example. The S&P 500 is an index that tracks the top 500 companies in the US. So when you buy into the S&P 500, you're already buying a little bit of the entire stock market in one bundle. It takes out the hassle of handpicking what's good and just lets you buy the whole bundle for a low price. The second investment strategy I started out with is dollar cost averaging. This just means that no matter what happens in the stock market, you're just putting the same amount of money in every single time. That way, when the price is down, I can get more. When the price is up, it just means I can get less. But every single month, I'm investing no matter what happens. And I don't have to worry about losing too much money at any given time because I'm not putting too much money in. I'm just building up the portfolio little by little. And speaking of little, that brings me to the third investing strategy that you can start with. If anyone has ever told you that you need to be rich to start investing, they lied to you. You can start investing with any amount of money. And that's because we have something called fractional shares. Now, remember I told you that because of 2020, some stocks have gone down, but some stocks have gone up. Netflix is one of the stocks that has actually gone up because of what happened, because everyone's home now and we're all binging these shows. By the way, girl, if you have any show suggestion, put me on by leaving a comment below. Anyway, back to what we were saying. The stock price of Netflix is now over $3,000. And you might be sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, I can't get in now. It's so high. Honey, that's a lie. You can buy a fractional share for $50, yes. And when the stock price goes up, you would still benefit from the profit just to the percentage that you own. And what I'm not saying is that you should go and put your money in Netflix, because that will make this financial advice, but it's not financial advice, it's just financial education. But we're gonna have financial experts that will come and answer all your specific questions in the membership. So if you haven't signed up yet, the link will be down below. I'm giving you all this free game because I want you to push past all your limiting beliefs this year. This is the year that you step out of fear, of lack, and of generational cycles that do not serve you. You're gonna do things different because you're gonna know more. And I would not stop doing the work that I do until more women like you, like us, become financially empowered. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any question at all, please let me know in the comment section down below. I will keep making videos to answer your questions and to make this journey easier for you. Remember that I'm rooting for you, so please don't stop rooting for yourself. And until next time, please take care.